The Jayhawks are actually only 2-4 in this event so far, but they may have an edge this year as they beat all three of the other participants during the season last year. Of course, Duke in this event, Kentucky in the Big 12 SEC Challenge, and Michigan State in the NCAA tournament. We'll see if that bodes well for them tonight. Kareem Hunt only had 5 touches for 24 yards in the first half. And he ends up with, 21 carries for 101 yards plus change receiving. Here at Allen Fieldhouse, it is still January, so I guess you could still come up with some New Year's resolutions, a little bit delayed, but they still count, right?
Texas Tech is +7 in the turnover margins. That's the 7th best in the nation, tops in the Big 12.
Business aside, personally, what does it mean looking at the season knowing this team is not going to be the same next year? This is the last run with all these guys.
It's tough.
Well, just as we all thought, this was a defensive game for most of the game, right? We all expected that, right? The Chiefs offense struggling to get going in this one. We need like a moose sounder here, like this is the Moustakis update on his chase for the record books. That was me trying to make a moose sound. It was not good. In week 1, we saw Tom Brady target whatever side of the field Marcus Peters wasn't on. Ever since then, quarterbacks have been increasingly going at him. Tonight, he gives up 2 touchdowns. In the history of Kansas basketball, there have only been 8 head coaches. Now, 5 of them are enshrined here in the Hall of Fame. So Bill Self had some big shoes to fill in his coaching career at KU, but safe to say he more than made his mark. Naismith, Allen, Brown, Williams, and now Self.
Walking into the hall and the arena and seeing all the portraits up top, and you look around and see everybody that's a part of that. It's pretty cool. It's humbling to be a part of that group.
Each of those KU legends has his own brand of coaching. Self's former players gather to celebrate his enshrinement, and they say his character is the biggest tool in his coaching skill set.
He's always been someone that's been about pouring his heart, pouring his life, pouring his best into his players and into those around him.
He's genuine, really smart, always thinking outside the box.
He's an X&O genius. Like Coach Self really flatters himself on being able to say, okay, if they do this, we'll just do this.
I think one of the things he hasn't let any player break what he's trying to do. He's had a couple stubborn players, probably myself, down the path, but he hasn't let one player break what he's trying to do, and I think that's what makes him so great.
But no one knows these things better than Self's family. He opened his speech by thanking each of his loved ones. He also honored his father by having a favorite piece of advice from his dad etched in stone in the coach's circle.
Right there next to Churchill or Wooden or whoever, Bill Self Sr. quote.
Those words have served Self well. His wagon now overflowing with accolades as he adds a spot in the Hall of Fame to the list. Grandview guard Jordan Lathan is a nationally ranked 2018 recruit.
And that's Lathan for 3.
He has a shoebox full of letters to prove it.
All glory to God. I say that all the time.
But once teams find out about Lathan's favorite hobby,
won't see many of these around. They're pretty limited. I'm just glad I got a pair.
They kick their recruiting methods into high gear.
Like the schools that recruiting me now, they'll send me pictures of what just came in and tell me like this is where it's at. Like you need to come here.
Lathan's obsession with sneakers began back in middle school.
I spent most of my time and a lot of my thoughts were about shoes and not basketball.
But later he did some soul searching and realized he had to give his hobby the boot.
I just locked in, got tunnel vision and focused on basketball, and shoes were just secondary to everything. Shoes will never get me where I want to go. That's ironic, like shoes gonna get you where you want to go when they're on your feet, but not when they're all you think about and all you're focused on. So I had to change my focus, definitely.
The change allowed Lathan to step up his game.
Lathan for 3 in the lead, buries it, Jordan Lathan.
But once a sneakerhead, always a sneakerhead. Some of his favorites have yet to see the light of day.
These, I haven't wore these yet, like I said, but I want to, one day.
And even those that have, they're as clean as Lathan's shot.
When it starts raining, you get a plastic bag and you wrap them over your shoe. That's how you do that. You will see me in Walmart bags. If it's raining and I got a nice pair on, you will not see me getting those wet.
With 6 Division I offers and counting, Lathan will soon be kicking off his collegiate career. Maybe that will be enough for him to wear those good shoes.
Shoes like that, it's not like you can just wake up and wear those. Like, it got to be really a special day.
Until then, Lathan will be focused on leading his team at Grandview High, one step at a time. For Spectrum Sports, I'm Rachel Kilmer.
Big missed opportunities today. Let's go ahead and take it out to the highlights here in case you missed the game. We'll catch you up with what happened in this one. Texas Tech opens up the scoring in this one, as maybe many expected. This is a very high-powered offense, but on the ground, maybe not as expected. Justin Stockton gets the edge for the 13-yard touchdown, 7-0 Texas Tech. On the next Texas Tech drive, Desmond Nisby runs up the middle for a 47-yard touchdown. It's 14-0 Red Raiders. Tech's quarterback Nick Shimanek has been fantastic this season. He escapes and fires one towards Quan Shorts here. Take a look, chucks it downfield, and yeah, it takes a minute to confirm this one. That's kind of a theme today, but the Red Raiders do get it. They go up 21-0 on Kansas. 9 booth reviews by my count today, so really slow-moving game in many regards, but that is one of them. Just before the end of the first quarter, Kansas would get one on the board. Peyton Bender finds Jeremiah Booker hauling it in. A great catch. 21-7 Texas Tech. You got to take another look at that one. Of course, went to the booth as well, but this one also ruled a touchdown. Booker with a nice catch for the touchdown.